Welcome everybody to another episode of Don Talk.
Welcome, welcome.
We excited to keep this party going. So we're gonna jump right into it. We have a topic, but we're gonna see how this goes. We're gonna flow. We're gonna flow with today. We're gonna start off with let's start off with what you sipping on today.
Well, brother, I'm sipping on something sunshine, something nice. I got my lemonade with mixed with some bullet bourbon rye. You know what I mean, with a little bit of margarita up in this. Man, this mess tastes like I'm in Hawaii, just chilling on the beach, butt naked with my shoes off.
Sounds fun right there.
Man, yeah, it's nice. What about you? What you sipping on, man?
I'm Old Faithful today. Uncle Nearest,
Okay, okay.
1884. I got it in my oak cup, which I don't know if you ever had bourbon in these things. If you
Mm-mm.
get a true oak cup that's charred on the inside, it does bring out the flavor profile
Oh, okay. I
in
didn't
the
know
bourbon
that.
because this is what the bourbons um,
Oh,
are sitting
okay.
in for
Yeah,
5 years.
yeah.
So they just started making cups out of them. It's good,
Smart,
but
very
you
smart.
gotta get a real oak one, not one of those fake oak ones.
Man,
So
I was talking about the land. Imma get one of them trees that they had. It's like a tree that wasn't doing well. They kinda took down all the bad trees. Imma get one of those, and Imma start doing stuff with the knives. I ain't gonna do I ain't gonna do that. That's too much time, man. I don't got that type of time. Tell a story with my knife and my cup. How you doing, man? What's up with you, man?
hey, this is gonna be a. I'm gonna try to be as open as possible on this call. Um, it's been tough, man. It's been weird. It's been tough. I'm just in a weird space with, I guess, with we've had these conversations before, and I got to wrap my head around it all. Like we talked about last week, not being where I want to be
You right?
in my life. Think I should be more financially stable. More. I'll say this. I'm out here in Austin, and it's been tough to find community.
Yeah.
And this was like the first time in the first city that I've been where I feel like I haven't had that. And I don't know why it's different here. So I think that's been tough for me is the community aspect and of being out here.
Mhm.
It's been tough. I've been out here for almost 11 months and now and I still don't have a community. I don't got not one person I could sit here and call and be, hey man, let's go do this. Let's
But
go kick it.
what's the
You
difference
know.
between that and being in, we all moved, right? You moved for college, right? You moved multiple times. So what's the difference between where you were? I get Purdue because, that was college and, that's a different experience, but you moved to multiple places. What's the difference between that and what you're experiencing now?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Um is even in other locations, it was very easy to find people.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about here. I don't know if it's that it hasn't seemed or come across that easy to find like-minded people.
Yeah.
Also, that's the key. Can I find a random person to hang out with and hey, let's go get some drinks or let's go smoke cigars or whatever. But like, I want to have some conversations.
Yeah.
I want to talk about some stuff. I don't want to sit there and just be BS. And there's times if I'm gonna go to the cigar lounge and I just need to relax, I'm gonna do it 100% by myself. But sometimes I'm trying to, you know, uh, feed off of knowledge of other people,
Hmm.
and so I want like-minded people around, but I haven't been able to find that, and I don't know, have no idea why. I'm trying to figure it out myself.
Maybe
But in
because the
other
reason why
cities, it's
you didn't
been
you, you didn't go. Maybe the reason why you moved there wasn't other places, it was your choice. Right? I mean, this was your choice too, but you know, it was you was more in control of it. But now, I mean, the reason why you moved to Austin was because of of love, your relationship, right? Now the love is not there, So what reason do you have to be there?
And I think that's 100% what I'm going through. And I'm asking myself, why am I why am I here? Do I want to be here? Because I'll be honest, the only reason why I ever thought I wanted to move to Austin is I used to work in college athletics for 20 plus years doing event facilities management,
Right?
and University of Texas was always one of my top schools I want to work for. But that was the only reason why I would come to Austin if I had a job at that school. I don't have a job at that school. So, like I said, I took a job to move me down here with my ex, and that went south, 4 months into coming down here. So now it's like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Um, this is, and I don't want to speak negatively about the job because it's a great opportunity
Right.
and I'm grateful for the job, but it's not a job that I necessarily would have picked if I was searching on my own. That makes sense.
It does. It,
Uh, so, so yeah,
it's curious, and I probably asked this question before. This question usually get people stuck, but I'm gonna ask you anyway. If you can, where you are right now, in your life, if you can do anything and you knew you would not fail, you knew you will be successful at it, what would you do?
coach, coach track and field, jump coach.
And what's preventing you from doing that?
In order for me, I coached 1 year right out of college, so I got 1 year of experience. In order for me to get back into coaching, I would have to start over financially, and I can't afford to start over financially.
What are you afraid of losing?
I got bills to pay, and a coaching salary for me to start off and gain more experience ain't gonna allow me to pay the bills.
I get you.
So
So you're not gonna coach.
I'm not gonna coach unless the right opportunity falls in my place, but that's highly unlikely. Um, I don't know, but being involved with track and field one way or another would be ideal.
Okay.
There's opportunities, you know, track facilities popping up here and there that there's some possibilities, but that's so far down the road. I don't know, but I have a good job, but also is the reason I keep asking myself is the reason why it's so tough out here is because I need this time to grow, continue to grow internally. Um, and distractions of people won't allow me to do that. I don't know.
Are you speaking in code right now? Okay. All right. Because you said
Oh, like just
distraction of people.
yeah, just like if I had the plethora of friends in the community just to engage with on a constant basis, that's taken away from the time that I should be spending alone to continue to work on me and build me up. I don't know if it's this phase in my life where I need to spend time doing that. I also believe that no one's meant to be alone. You know, so I don't know. It's just a weird space, weird space, and and sometimes it comes across like, dang, I've always people always try to tell me, oh, you're enough. And what? Like that's I guess that's what I'm trying to figure out, understand. What am I enough for? Who am I enough for? So,
Are you
yeah,
enough for you?
yeah. But then, like, what's my purpose? I think
The life is not
there has
about
to be a
finding
purpose.
life is not about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. I live by that.
Yeah.
Right? Most people
You,
try to find their purpose and purpose. You find your purpose by doing whatever the heck you want to do. Right? You choose your purpose. And people may fight against that. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But your purpose will come once you start doing what you want to do. Because you will now be aligned with you, right? We're so busy trying to do what society tells us to do, act how society to tell us to act, which I respect because it's society and, That's we got to function, right? But at the same time, man, you still have to make you still have to make sure you're okay. You know what I'm saying? It's I lost my train of thought. Pause.
Oh, so let's talk about this. This is going to help guide the conversation. I'm looking over here at some notes I took earlier today.
Are we gonna ask how I'm
Um,
doing?
oh yeah, yeah. So let
I
me
wanna know
pause.
how
My
I'm doing.
bad.
Yeah, man.
My
Ask how I'm
bad.
doing. Yeah, man.
Pause.
Oh man, I'm doing good.
Deron, how you doing, dude? How
Man, you
you
know
doing? What's
what?
going on
Hey,
in your life?
you know what? I'm gonna switch the tempo a little bit now. You ever and I think a lot of people experience this. You ever had so many good things going on that it seems like a bad thing, right? Because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
right. For example, you have 5 job opportunities, and you got to choose one. You know what I mean? Or you have you know 3 different women, and you know you got to choose one. You know
That's
what
a
I'm
tough
saying?
problem to have. That's a good problem to have.
Well, I don't have that problem. I got
Well,
17 years in the
you got
game.
the one.
Yeah, I got the one, man. I'm good. I'm good. But honestly, that's where I am. I'm at that point where I have a lot of good things going on for me, but it's like a puzzle, right? It's like a 500-piece puzzle. You got all these pieces. So I'm in the process of putting these pieces together, right? And now I'm looking for that one edge piece, that one corner piece. Like I can't find it. Where is it? But normally it's right in front of you. That corner piece is right in front of you. But what do you have to do, man? You just got to keep on moving pieces. You got to keep on putting the pieces in where they fit in at that particular time. So you may not have the corner piece in front of you, but it's probably under one of those other pieces. So just keep moving, and that's why I am, man. I'm in a good place, but it's I always say that the life that God has given me, I didn't expect it. And I'll just say this, um, growing up, and we both, been in situations, we seen marriages, we seen divorce, right? We seen that, right? I didn't want to be married. I didn't want none of that. I wanted to be a single dad. I had my kid. I had my stacks. You know what I'm saying? I go visit, me and my kid, we go out, I buy him whatever he wanted to buy. He go back to his mother or wherever with me and we chill. I never seen myself married ever. So when I finally got married, I didn't know what to do with it. I wasn't prepared for the life that God has blessed me with. So it's so many good things. I don't want to mess it up. I'm not gonna mess up my marriage. I just don't want, but you do make kind of crazy decisions along the way. So that's where I am now, man. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't make, decisions to the point where I don't mess up my life too much.
I don't see that happening, brother. I don't see that happening.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you for that.
And man, that's a good point because I don't want to sit here and be saying like it's woe is me. Well, I've said this before because you just brought a good point out of this. I have a I have a great life. I've accomplished a lot, so I never want to take that away. And uh I gotta lean more into like, dude, like you that motherfucker,
Right,
right?
man.
Like for real, like let's just be real.
Yeah,
Let's just
yeah.
this is me working on me. So I'm gonna just let me just
Mhm.
praise myself for a minute. All right.
Absolutely, absolutely.
From Inglewood, California, got a full track scholarship to Purdue University. 4-time Big Ten champion, 2-time All American. Still holds the school record in the triple jump at Purdue. Um, Went to grad school. Got my master's from Purdue.
For
My
free.
daughter was for free. All this is for free. All this is
Right.
for free. So, I my daughter was born after my senior year in college. So then I I took her to grad school with me. So I was a single parent in grad school, raising my daughter, working 3 jobs, and school, like making it happen. You know, got an internship with the Rose Bowl, a granddaddy of them all, year-long internship with them. Got a job back at Purdue where I worked for 8 years. Worked at University of Miami as a assistant AD of event operations for 7 years. Worked at Ole Miss as assistant AD of facilities for 2 years. Worked at University of Nevada, Reno for 2 years where I was senior associate athletic director. Um, Went to Boston where I was the not general manager, executive director of the Reggie Lewis Track and Athletic
And
Center.
how much money you
Uh,
bringing them in? Was it like 3 million, 3, 4 million,
2 million,
2 million?
2 million. So I did,
Right?
yeah, about $2 million. So it's
Okay.
like I done some stuff, but there's always, the athlete in me is always I can never
Competitive. Yeah.
settle.
Absolutely.
I'll say, what's next? What's the next move?
Hmm.
What am I going to conquer now? And the job that I have now is a lot. I mean, what I stepped into is night and day difference to where we've turned it around to. So like I'm a fixer by nature. I see a problem, I could come up with the right plan and make it happen. And I've done that at each one of the places I've been. I've left it better off than when I got there.
Right.
So I really ain't got nothing to complain about. But it's like for some reason, you know, I just I just feel like I should.
Yeah.
There's certain aspects of my life I should be better at.
Mike, man, I'm gonna call you out, man. And you accomplished so much. I'm not knocking that. But you know what? You said you accomplished so much in your life. Why you only mention your jobs? You did mention
My daughter,
you mentioned your daughter too. You're a great
yeah,
father, you're a provider, right? You and your word, you survived that injury, right? I mean, from whatever, the friendships that you gotten you and you said you did this last episode, man. You're always
I gotta break it.
yeah, man, because you have to look at yourself just your career is this much of your life. You know what I'm saying? There's so many aspects to you. There's so many parts of you, so many pieces. Let's learn how to look at all the pieces. You know what I'm saying? And stop just looking at, okay, I accomplished this, I make this much money, which is important. I'm not knocking that. Let's get this right. I'm not knocking that. But there are many facets to you to Mike Turner that you have to learn how to look at because if you're only looking at one part, you're ignoring every other great thing about you. Do you know who else you are other than what job you're at or, you know what I'm saying? Or, how much money you make? What else are you?
Actually, so I will say my greatest accomplishment to this day is raising Taylor. Greatest greatest accomplishment, right? You're mutant. Oh, there you go.
Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead.
My greatest accomplishment to this day is raising Taylor.
Mhm,
Like that, I'm super proud of myself for that. Every time I talk to her, which is daily, it brings a smile to my face on what she's accomplished, on what she's
mhm.
doing with her life. Great, amazing. Outside of that, I'm I'm struggling to find out or see where, to be completely honest, where my life has mattered. That's just a honest thing because you don't. How many as men?
Okay.
How many times have a friend or somebody told you what value you've brought to them?
Not too many, man.
So then you operate in life not knowing what effect you've had on people. And
Except
then I've
at your
moved
funeral,
around.
right?
Exactly. You get your flowers when you dead. Like the fact that I'm proud. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm proud of you. You've been married for 17 years. You got 3 beautiful kids, fucking amazing wife. You got it going, and you got some land, and you wear your shirt that I own land that you trying to. There we go. It's on there right now. So, and you doing it, like, love it. Is everything perfect? None of it is.
Right.
It's not. But like, I'm giving you your flowers right there, man. You gotta you've done great knowing that where we came from and what we've done and how we've everything that we've been through and to see you now, love it.
Let me give you your flowers, man. You don't know how much your family has influenced me. You know what I'm saying? You guys are like all y'all, not just you, right? All y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like an extended family, man. I love coming to your house. I loved it. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of be around this like other big brothers, because you guys are my big brothers. You know what I'm saying? You guys took me places and introduced me to racing. Although I still to this day tell stories about just the way you guys are just racing these cars and kind of doing your thing. I still tell stories about the great Mike Turner, just jumping so far, even though he hurt himself, can't nobody still top his record. You know what I'm saying? Right? I mean, and this is kind of vain, but I'm gonna say it. You have a lot of pretty ladies, man. A whole lot. Like you have model chicks. Like so, and I always looked up to
Had,
that.
had.
Well, that's on you, man. I'm witnessing. That's on you. I've seen your caliber of women that you've influenced and that you've charmed yourself into. You know what I'm saying? And your friendship is, I mean, is at that point where it's like you don't have to talk to that person for years, and when you get back to them, it's like you guys never skipped a beat. So I appreciate you. I appreciate your family. I appreciate everything that that you've shown me. You know what I'm saying? Because and I'm not sure the topic today. We don't men friendship is extremely important and rare, especially long term. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to make sure that we hold tight to I'm not talking about those friendships that you feel that you got to maintain. I hate I'm talking about those friendships where you can tell the person something bad and they still respect the fact that you told them and not talking behind their back and not wondering, you know, well, why they not doing this or why they not hitting me up? Man, I respect your friendship. I respect you as a father, as a professional, as a man, all the way. And that's Purdue has nothing to do with it because I loved you before Purdue, man.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
And that's what we need to do more for each other because with everything that you know that you go through as a black male in this world,
right.
and to not hear that, I feel that that men get to a place of damn, why am I here? What am I doing?
Yeah,
Right? Um,
absolutely.
and because we don't hear this enough, the average woman in your life doesn't tell you that enough because they don't want you to get big headed and leave them. So they don't tell you how awesome and amazing you are because they feel like if you hear it too much, you're gonna get your chest puffed out, or you're gonna find somebody else. You spend time in relationships. The average person, not you, because you've been 17 years at it. The average person spends time in relationships not knowing their value in the relationships
Hmm.
unless they're providing.
Yeah.
So, and then nowadays you hear all these stories of the women leaving the man because they lost a job or they wasn't making as much money as they were before. So society has taught me that my value is in what I'm bringing to the table financially and what title I have. I guess that's why I always bring that stuff up. But yeah, like I love my daughter to death. She's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, and she's amazing.
Yeah,
One day
definitely.
we'll have her on here. But it's like if we don't pour in to each other enough to let us know that you have value, what does it lead to? And we don't get it. It leads to um uh men having a 4 time higher suicide rate than women.
Man,
You
so
know, so it's like
excuse me.
because we don't give men our flowers.
Mhm,
For some reason, it's called sus or it's called like you're vulnerable. You're not a man if you express your emotions to another man. So we got to get beyond that because there's people out here struggling because they're grinding, 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 and there's no one patting them on the back, just saying, "Dude, you are enough."
mhm. I so I work a lot of men. Well, in in my profession, right? I kinda a whole lot of, people, and with the men, what I'm noticing is that well, I conduct a lot of clinical assessments, right? And I noticed that there's a certain part of the assessment where we talk about our support system, social supports, right? And one question that I usually ask men is, who do you count on and who counts on you? Right. And that's when we go into friendships, right? When we go into people that are important to them. And we kind of when we start doing that, what I've learned a lot about men is they don't have true they have, associates, they got people that they work with, but not that person that they can say, man, I'm not feeling good today, man. Or, you know, um, I'm not saying men gonna cry in front of each other because we don't, unless somebody passed away and, a lot of types of stuff. We we just don't, and I don't think we will. I don't think we will. We probably do a Denzel Washington tear every now and then, when acceptable, right? But we don't do that. But that's not the case. The point is that a lot of men we don't have that confidant, that confidant, that we can call and trust to keep our emotions to themselves.
So, and that's you're 100% right. And as long as we've been together, you told me to call you anytime, but I still
Anytime.
struggle with that
Yeah, you said that.
because you married with 3 kids, working, doing projects outside of work. Like your life is full. I feel like I'm bothering you if I call you to talk about my bullshit.
Well, if I pick up, you're not bothering me. You think about that? So if the person picks up, you're not bothering them. If you're bothering them, they're not gonna pick up the phone. And I got a lot of people like that, man. I got so many people that, I as a friend, right? I I try to be a good friend. I try, right? It was to the point where I was contacting, some friends at least once a month. I would call them once a month just to see how they're doing. Don't want nothing. Just want to see how they doing. Hey man, or a call or text, right? Because now people, do the texting, but I'm an old guy. I like to text. I mean, I like to call. And once, I think it was an episode of Seinfeld, right? It's crazy. Seinfeld said, you ever had that friend that calls you, and even though you don't call them back, they still call you? And I was that guy, man. So once I realized that I was that guy, once I realized that the friends that I was calling never called back, I stopped calling them because I know my worth now, man. I know, people pay me to talk to me. And I just want to, check on my friends, or the people that I thought were my friends. And what do they do? Hey man, just called to see how you was doing, checking on the family. That's it. No response at all. So I stopped communicating with those folks altogether. And I did that for like a year, just calling the people that I called my friend. I did that for a year. And the people who didn't respond, I just stopped calling. We still cool, right? We still cool. We still now we're considered associates.
It's just not worth your effort anymore to keep
Nah,
being it one-sided.
because I know I've hung around people with I mean, I know people with lots of money. I know people who don't trust nobody. I'm man, I know so many secrets that is crazy. And I will never share them because I value your privacy and I value the fact that you trust me enough to share with me. And that's all I want, man. My wife told me one day, she said, 'cause I was always worried. I'm like, "Man, why when I go into, around people, they don't talk to me." She said, "The questions that you ask cause people to
They don't wanna think.
think. People don't wanna think. They just want to do whatever they wanna do." And for those people, like, I just wanna be a good confidant to people. I wanna be the person that people can come to and know that I'm not judgmental and know that if honestly, Mike, if I seen if my phone was ringing at 2 o'clock in the morning, I know you're not gonna call me at 2 o'clock in the morning. That call is important.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna call nobody at 2 in the morning just because. So I want to be that guy that picks up because I know in the end, that's who I want to be. I want to be the guy that people can talk to.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
When I'm struggling at 2 a.m., see if Deron answer the phone.
Yeah. And if I don't hear, but best believe, if I see you call, I'm like, okay, man, it's something going on. Let me pick up. And I'll pick up and I'm sleepy, but I'm there to listen because that's who I choose to be. I want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? I know a bunch of guys with, like I said, with a bunch of money and they doing a thing. And I'm like, man, how they just do that? But then at the same time, I got to ask myself, how do I do what I do? Because what I do is valuable.
I think we're in the same boat where I don't wanna do nothing but help people, right?
Hmm.
And then, as we talked about last week, we're pouring I'm pouring so much into other folks that I don't feel like no one's pouring into me, so I'm, like, actually depleted and go through these phases where, like, I'm just drained and don't have anything left to give because I'm so focused on ensuring whoever's around me is better off when I leave. When I leave that presence at that point in time, I just want them to be better off.
Yeah.
So, whether it's at work, whether it's at I'm smoking a cigar with somebody, hanging out, chilling. I just want everybody to have a good time. I want everybody to be good, and I rarely ever see that reciprocated to me.
And if you're in the, I'm in, I've been in the helping profession for like 17, 20 something, 25 years. I can't remember for a long time. And what I notice is that people that are in a helping profession, first of all, it's a high burnout rate, right? I spend my life listening to people. I get paid to listen to people. But anytime I need someone to listen to me, it's hard to find that. It's hard to find that. And when I find it, I'm very protective of it. And appreciative, right?
Makes sense because you want to protect that asset
Absolutely.
and the value that they're bringing into you to make you feel needed and wanted, to make you feel enough. Like even though you know you feel enough on your own, it's still good to know that other people feel the same way.
It's a lot about you, Mike, man, that you ain't saying. You know what I'm saying? It's something that you're holding in, and I wanna know what it is. What is it?
Therapist asked me, did feel like I need to be on medication because am I borderline depressed or am I fully depressed, and do I need to go on medication? That was the topic of our last session,
What was your
and
response?
I don't know. I don't want to be chemically reliant on something
Understood.
against it that um so I don't know. I'm like I'm in a space where I'm not happy. I have every reason to be happy, but for some reason I'm not. You know, I got general manager of a company.
Again,
Shouldn't have no complaints.
back to your career.
But that's just an example. Like, oh, he may not have a good job. No, I got a great job. I don't have friends out here. I'll be the first to tell you that. I don't have friends out here.
There it is.
And that's tough. And this is what we was talking about earlier. My birthday was last week, and
Happy birthday!
no,
I'm sorry, man. And that was not on purpose. That was not intentional. I was like,
but
oh man, and I seen it in my
but I had
phone.
to.
Ah,
I had to dig it into you
I
because when I
know,
was editing
man.
the
I
last
know.
podcast, I came across that part. I was like, "Oh, y'all gonna get this," because Malika texted me,
I
"Bam!"
know, I know. But I seen it because it's on my phone. I swear, Mike, it is on my phone, and I seen it, and I said, I'm gonna text him, and he ain't gonna say nothing. And them damn kids, maybe said something, and maybe put my phone down,
So
and
now we blame the kids.
absolutely, absolutely. I got a whole blame kids section. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. April,
Thank you.
what was it? April
21st.
21st.
So here's the kicker, right? I spent birthday with work people, which I'm grateful, so grateful that somebody wanted to spend my birthday with me. But it's work people. And I always try to like keep work and personal
Oh, yeah,
separate.
absolutely, yeah.
And it's like I went through this phase of, my therapist also telling me, Michael, you need to like be in a space where somebody wants to praise you and be a part of your life. Like enjoy it. Don't try to run from it. Don't shy away from it. So part of me wanted to be like, nah, y'all work folks. I don't want to hang with y'all on my birthday. But then I would have been doing the exact opposite of what he's trying to get me to do. So I did it. I had a great time. Great time. But then, my mind, were they only hanging out with me because I'm their boss? Or did they really, really, truly want to hang with me? I don't know why my mind goes. Then
Because you're
it's
not
like,
enough, right? Because you feel you're not enough. And that's something we're working on.
because what am I to them? I'm their boss. So I'm enough based on what I'm capable of doing for them. You take that title away from me, they probably wouldn't think twice about
You
me.
don't have that right. You don't have the right to assume what other people are thinking. You don't.
That was a tough part of that day is nobody wanted to be I didn't feel that nobody wanted to be around me for me.
Would you want to be around you?
Like, yeah,
All right. So,
I'm a fun guy.
okay, you definitely. I kicked it with you. Yeah, definitely a fun guy. Definitely a fun guy. Big TV, very big TV. Definitely a fun guy. So why? I mean, I think the biggest thing, especially for men, we have to learn how to make friends. We have to, not associates. We can make some. We can go to them. Hey, what do you do? You know, what do you do? I hate when people ask me what I do. Stop asking me that. No, I'm a dad. How about that? That's what I do. You know, because when people ask you what you do, what they're pretty much saying is, what can you do for me? How can you bring value into my life? Right? You know, I'm just, I mean, we from LA, man. That's the first thing people usually ask you, what you do for a living, you know, because they want to, you know. So I think what we want to do is we want to first understand, you know, like what is it that we like? What is it that we enjoy doing? And once we figure out what we enjoy doing, we do that, right? And once we do that, we start to come around, get around people who also like to do the same thing. So if you like going to the gym, go to the gym. And I guarantee you're gonna meet people, you know, or if you like going to church, I tell people go to church, you know, because that's most of our foundation, going to church. But I don't like church. Okay, first of all, we're going to church to make connections. We're not going to church to to do whatever. Well, I mean, yeah, you go to church to learn about God, but man, by this time you need you have your own relationship with God. But you and I, our foundation is church. It's church. Have you found the church? And I answer for you, no, you
I've
haven't.
been no.
Oh, sorry, Siri.
So cool.
That was
Sorry,
Siri.
Siri.
Yeah.
No, I've been making it a point to find one. I've visited
No mega
3.
churches. No mega
No,
churches.
no. Mm-mm.
Okay, don't
I'm
do that
trying to.
yet.
It needs to be small enough for me to meet some
Right.
people. And I always get thrown off, man. I'm telling you, like the church itself is so, in my opinion, so against in general, so against what Christ Himself tried to teach people, and it's just like
Yeah, but
that's
you're
not
not
what
going
you're
to
seeing.
church for that. We're going to church
But
for
there's a reason why why I say that,
okay.
because all right, we talked. This came up before also. Um, love your neighbor as yourself. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, mind, and soul. And love your
Right,
neighbor as yourself.
right,
Above these two, there's no greater commandment.
right.
All right. So you expect when you go into a church that you're going to be greeted with love, and people are going to try to talk to you, get to know you, make you feel like you're enough. And it's the exact opposite. Don't feel it at all. You know, so you got people that are walking into these 4 walls yearning for love, to be felt that they're enough, and they're walking out empty-handed. So I've been to a couple churches, and or yeah, 2 or 3, and it's just, I'm still looking. I'm not gonna give up hope, but I'm
Where'd you
still
feel
looking.
more where'd you feel more at home? Out of all the places you've been, where is home? Yeah, because home is where the heart is. Where's your heart? Where is it?
I think like two places. I had Reno was great. Miami was awesome. If you're asking about places, that what you're asking about
Yeah,
places.
where is home?
Yeah,
When you think about home, where would you say that is?
I've been moved around so much too. That's the other thing. I don't know where that's at. That's what's so difficult too. Is like I've always told myself, you place me anywhere, I could find friends, and I haven't been able to do that out here. But I used to always tell people that, oh, easy. Place me anywhere, I'm gonna find some friends. Haven't been able to do that out here, which is weird.
Where's home?
So I don't know. Like those two places I've had they felt like home, and then I decided to leave Miami to pursue advancement in my career.
Yeah.
Reno, I was kind of sort of forced out. So, but Reno was great. I love Reno. Reno's a great town. Biggest little city in the world. Like, love it. So, so yeah, Reno and Miami, great times, great people. I still talk to those people often in those cities. I want to talk about some of these, kind of not a book review, but portions of this book from Jason Wilson, "The Man, the Moment Demands."
Mhm.
Um, great book. Read it. Finished it in October. You know, I had some quotes in here I wanted to elaborate and talk on. That's along the lines of what we're literally talking about. So it's perfect. He has a quote in here where he says in the book says, "When we say to each other, 'Stay strong, bro,' we subconsciously tell each other that when we feel weak, something is wrong with us." So, like I said, when we say to each other, 'Stay strong, bro,' we subconsciously telling each other that when we feel weak, something is wrong with us. Like, and at half times when you say "stay strong," are you really trying to figure out what's wrong with that person, or that's just your quick response
Yeah,
to
because
say,
when I say stay strong, it's pretty much I know I say it too. It's pretty much I see that something is happening in that moment. Stay strong, brother. You know what I mean? Thank you. Stay strong. So like I said, when I say it's more I see something and it is I know that's what you need.
no? And that's where I disagree.
Okay.
Like, society is telling us to be strong. I can't be, I can't go and feel my emotions at that time, which I may not, unless you consider that strength. Yes, me going through my emotions and feeling whatever I'm feeling that may bring me to tears. Is
Well,
that strong?
it's mostly at the end. So when I say stay strong, it's usually more of a not a greeting. Instead of saying goodbye, right? Right. Hey, brother, whatever you're going through, stay strong because you have to. You have to, and you do because you can't go out there and look a certain way without consequences. Be a certain way without and that sucks, but it's true.
But what
When I
does that mean? What
what
does stay strong mean?
stay strong means keep pushing. Don't give up on whatever it is that you're doing. So when we get off this call, I'll be like, all right, Dom, man, stay strong. That pretty much means keep pushing forward. Keep doing whatever you are attempting to do. Don't give up.
If you tired of being strong,
You're an athlete. What if you're tired?
I get tired when I stop.
What do you do? What do you do when you're
I
tired?
take a break.
Exactly. Take a break.
Just staying strong
You
ain't,
don't stop. You just take a break.
yeah. But staying strong doesn't say take a break. You just said I got to keep going. Keep going.
Keep moving forward. Yes. You can still take a break and keep moving forward.
That I think we need to clarify that.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You know,
agree.
stay strong. But what I interpreted what you said is stay strong, Michael. Regardless of what you're going through, keep going.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
When you get off the phone with me, keep going.
But
You can be that person here. You can be that, but you can't be that person everywhere. Let's be real, man. You can't be that person everywhere because
yeah, but
everybody
I
won't
have
accept that.
yeah, but that I think this is a great topic discussion because we have to find a place to talk to one another to say, all right, when can I pause? When can I take a break? You know, I don't got to be at work till 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. I got 12 hours. Do I need to be strong for the next 12 hours? Or can I rest and pause and be in a space to just sit still and feel what I'm going through, journal, let it out in a positive manner, and try to revitalize, rejuvenate myself to get up tomorrow and do it all over.
You already know. You said it right there. Stop acting
Yeah,
like you
but
don't know.
that's what I'm saying. But like when we say stay strong, bro, we don't those 3 words is not Michael. Yeah, what time you gotta be at work? 8 o'clock. All right, cool. What are you doing for the rest of the night? I'm about to go do da 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 X, Y, Z. You know what? Can you wait to do that later? I feel like you just need to take a breath, like pause, relax, sit and reflect, and just be you without feeling like you have to do X, Y, and Z.
But at this
You
point,
got
you already know what's up, man. At this point, you know when to take a breath. At this point, you know that once you get into work, there is no personal. It's no room for emotions. It's no room for it, right? Because it's business. You can't bring that into the workplace. One, you only can bring those emotions that you're feeling. You can bring the certain friends. So you don't have to be strong all the time. You just have to be strong when you got a job to do, right? You got to be strong when you have to support your daughter and you need to get that money. You got to be strong when you have to show your face in front of hundreds or, excuse me, even thousands of people. You have to be strong. That's not a time to be uh, the opposite of strong, right? I'll say that. It's not that time. So when we say keep moving forward or be strong in the moments where you have to be. We can't front like we don't know when it's time to be strong. We can't be. There's no time to show emotion. I don't want to say weak because that's the wrong word. There's no time to show emotion when you're talking about work. There's no time to show emotion when you're talking about anything business. There's no time to show emotion when you are, trying to make an informed decision. No time for emotions. Because if you get your emotions involved, trust me, you'll make the wrong decision. You make the wrong decision. Being strong means being strong when you need to. For example, it was a time where my wife, she had a miscarriage, right? And I had to go to work. So at the time, my supervisor called me in and say, "Hey, you know Hey, how you doing, man? What's going on?" And I was just kind of talking, "Hey, this is it." I'm not nothing personal. It's just like I'm telling him how work is going. And I started crying. Random. It was so random. That wasn't the time for that. So there's a time and a place for us to be strong or for us to show emotion. So being strong, stay strong. Stay strong when you need to. But if you don't need to be strong at that time, don't.
I don't know that the average man knows when that is, or knows how to compartmentalize, like, I have this amount of time to be whatever, to rest, to do this before I have to be a dad, before I have to be a boss or an employee, a brother,
Hmm.
a sister, whatever. I don't know that the average man knows when that time is. I think that's where I don't like that. Stay strong.
Okay, don't use it. I'm gonna use it though. I'm gonna have to use it. Right? It's not as literal as you're making it. You know what I'm saying? It's not. But I think you understand it. And I always go back to you being an athlete. How many times were you told that how many times were you being strong? You need to be strong, or you were weak, but you needed to be strong. How many times you done that? Yeah, unlimited amount of times. Yeah, right. So there's a time and a
Yeah.
place. You can't. There's no. Oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't do it no more. What's your coach gonna say, man? You better. This ain't the
You're on a
time for
full
that.
you're on a full scholarship. You gonna do
Right.
this mess.
Right. This is not the time for that. So there's a time and a place to show emotion or not. Right now, you better zone yourself out. And it has nothing to do with being a man or showing emotion. No, this is not the appropriate time to be that way. So there's a time and a place. Okay, when you once you done, running that race, go home, sit in the bed, reflect, journal, call the person that you need to call. But when it's time for business, nah, man, it's time for business.
I I'm not totally against the phrase "stay strong" if we understand what it means, but I don't know the average person understands what it means. You know, so yeah. So I think that that causes us the next thing is that causes us to another quote he has in there is like, as the pressure causes us to suffer in silence, we stop seeking our purpose in life and start pursuing unhealthy and dangerous outlets to release instead, or outlets of release instead, or we simply just give up.
What's your outlet? You have an outlet?
The gym, but then shoot, half the time I don't feel like getting going through all that work to to do what it takes.
We find another outlet. Maybe this is part of your outlet.
Cigar, no, this is dude.
Yeah.
This right here is more than you ever realize is keeping me going. So if yeah, I know we're reaching and touching some other folks, but shoot, if I'm getting something from it, as long as we got the time, we're gonna keep it going.
Yeah.
But yeah, smoking a cigar, I could just when I'm smoking a cigar, I ain't really thinking about nothing else. But then I have to drive to go to a cigar lounge. I don't want to always have to go to a cigar lounge. I stay in a complex that's a non-smoking complex, so I can't even sit on my balcony and
So you don't even feel
smoke a
like
cigar.
home.
Uh, Not at all. I don't feel like home at all in this
All right.
place
I'm
at
about to
all.
say something, man. What do you need to do to feel at home? What transition or what move do you need to make? Because I know we all, and this is one thing I know about, it don't have men, women, whatever. We all know that there's that one thing that we've been thinking about doing. Everybody has that. Either we gonna make an excuse why we're not doing it, right? Or we continue to it constantly knocks at our head. So what are you waiting on? Or what is that one thing that you just like, man, it's just knocking at me. It's is it relocating? Is it finding another position? Respectfully, because we know that job is an excellent job, right? Is it like what is it?
I'm gonna spend time thinking on that because I honestly don't know what it is. I'm just being real.
I think we should move back to Indiana, all of us.
Hey, I'm down for that. Hey, I am down
You're
for
gonna
that.
be Uncle Mike, man. That's one thing I'm like,
I'm
man, I need
down
to
for
go
that.
back to Indiana, man. I love that.
Down for that. I look at those places like I said, Reno and Miami, and I had a good community out there. We had RC on the last couple weeks ago. That was my guy. Like, we could sit there and bullshit, and we could sit there and have some intellectual conversations where we uplifting one another, pouring into one another, and it was great. And we always knew when it was time for the pouring into one another, and it was time just to bullshit.
Yeah.
So that was a good thing. I think that is the biggest struggle. I don't have.
But we gotta find it. It's out there, man.
I think I did come to the realization at one point in time. You talk about unhealthy and dangerous outlets. I did come to the realization in December that I was drinking to turn my mind off from dealing with life.
Mhm.
And then I like slowed down big time, you know, because once I realized that, I was like, I don't want to do that. I need to focus on me and like working through these with a clear mind. So I I don't do that to shut my mind off. Like I did learn, did some research and looking up some stuff, and they was telling me that like if you work out for 2 hours straight, do some type of physical activity for 2 hours straight, it's a mind reset.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that, that's cool.
Yeah. So it's like I did when I was going through some mess and I read that. I was like, oh, I literally went to the gym and like I stayed there for 2 hours. And like the first hour was like, here we go. You know, but the more I got closer to, I felt amazing and great. And as an athlete, student athlete at the time, or athlete, wherever you're doing that every day. So that's why those individuals are so sharp all the time because you're literally flushing out all negative energy on
Right,
a daily basis because the average workout time is 4 hours. You working out for a minimum of 4 hours. In
right.
college,
Really?
minimum 4 hours. Yeah. Like, so you have to go to school, do your homework, but you 4 hours, you up in there working out a day.
Yeah, stay
So like
strong.
you can't get me to
And,
work out 4 hours a day now.
no, just to kinda let you know, man, if you need me, I'm there, and I won't even charge you, and it ain't got nothing to do with that, it has to do with that's the type of person that I choose to be, because I know from all the people I've been like, all the clients that I've been in contact with and all the stories I've heard, man, I've heard so many stories. I got so many secrets stuck in my head, man. But all these things that I've heard, I know what you're talking about. I know that it is, like for men, it's hard to find somebody that they can trust. It's hard to find someone they can just we go through it. We go through it. But I'm not like I said, I always say women go through it too. But I ain't no woman,
Yeah.
so I can't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? But the men, man, it's so hard for us. I was just talking to somebody and I said, how do you ask another dude for their phone number to connect? Right? It's like, "Yo, man, hey, can I get your number so we can" like, it don't sound right. So what do we say? We try to make it sound cool. "Hey, man, let's connect." You know what I'm saying? Or
I did that not too long ago with some brothers at a cigar lounge. We walked into a cigar lounge. I saw two brothers out there. I was like, I'm gonna go sit with these guys. I grabbed my cigar, sit down. We just start talking. And then how did I ask them? I got their number. I think I was like, I think I used hey man, let's keep this going. Next time, y'all smoke cigar, let me know. I'm gonna come. So let's exchange numbers. So I did that. But even those, like they so busy. I've tried to hang out and connect with those guys. They busy. They got life going on. They got a lot going on, which is great. So it's hard to reconnect with those
yeah,
individuals. Um, but I'll say this: this is my goal because I know somebody is gonna listen and watch this to be like, dang, I want somebody to talk to just on GP.
yeah,
So if you are a guy out there that feel like you're alone, don't have anybody to talk to, DM us, send us a message, and we're gonna make it happen. Whether we jump on the call, not record it. If you want us to record it, well, that's another. But I ain't here to showcase that stuff. I want to help. So if you just need to talk and connect, let's do that. Shoot us a DM, shoot us a message. We'll connect as quickly as we possibly can via Zoom or whatever. And if you in my city in Austin and you seeing this and you want to connect, hit me up. We'll make it happen.
we go.
So
Yeah.
I know there's people out there that's looking for opportunity to talk to somebody. We here for it. That's what we want to do.
Also have a
Yeah.
website. You can go to Green Book Therapy or, Daddy's Green Book, type it in. And my information, you can go to my website if you need to. Like I said, I'm probably a different type of clinician. And I've been around a lot of clinicians, and I just want to make. I'm one of those, clinicians that I'm on the inside. I got on the inside. I made it on the inside. So I just want to make sure. I want men, people, whomever. I want you guys to know that your secrets are up here. They stay up here. They never go out at all. After every session that I have with any individual, I go for a walk. I leave, and then once I come back, I'm fresh again. So and I want guys, I want people to know that like there's people out there who actually wants to listen and is interested in your story and is interested in your struggle. So there we go.
With that said, we're gonna put your link below, um, here on YouTube below, so people will click on that and find you. And we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna connect. We're gonna connect with somebody. We're gonna see when this drops if we could make a report back and see how many people we connected with off of this episode that's heard this and reached out to one of us to just connect and have somebody talk to.
There we go.
All right. So with that said, we appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate you, Duran, just taking the time to continue to do this. It's helping me out.
Me too,
And I
man. I
know
enjoyed it. I enjoy it.
I know there's some other people that is helping out because they they reach out and let me know what's going on. So we one person seeing one person get something out of it is good enough for me. And so
Absolutely.
I want to keep it going just for that.
Absolutely.
With that said, all hearts and minds are clear. Until next time, people.
Peace.